Look at the wrap on this one. Our manholes here in Changhua have the scene of the Changhua Roundhouse. Welcome back to Runner's Garden. Today's video is about the traditional Chinese character an and an. Yeah, 4 fourth tone ans and 1 first tone. 5 characters to learn today. The first one you've probably seen before. It was in my video when I was introducing how to say good morning. In a lot of the breakfast shops, the sign will say zhou an. Good morning. It's a character for a woman with a roof on top. It's the meaning of safe. You're safe within your house. Stroke order. And it's found under the 3-stroke roof radical index. So we got that one under our belt, hopefully. And I can hear right over there, those are the basketball courts for Chang'an Middle School. These guys are playing basketball over there. Extremely common character. This Johnson guy really gets around. He's everywhere. This district of town is called Chang'anli. Kind of chicken or egg. Is the district named after the school, or the school is named after the district? That's a question for my wife. I found an old train ticket in this book as a bookmark. This is the 201 Chinese verbs, and I just thought I would give you a couple that would be paired with an. So an ding is to settle down. An jing means quiet and peaceful. An quan is also safe, safety, so completely safe. An quan. An pai means to arrange things in order. An zhuang means to install an appliance. An quan, an ma. If somebody is going on a trip, you can say 一路平安. Have a safe trip. 这些都是常用的哦. According to my Chinese vocabulary frequency handbook, an wei and an xin are also high frequency words. Here it is in a product name. Pumpkins are still here from 2 years ago. How heavy are these things? Okay, they're wire framed. Sits in this chair. If you take the character an for safe or safety, and then you add a shou radical, a hand radical to the left, you get the word for press. An munling. Actually, I hope nobody an my munling because I have 2 front doors. Kind of mafan. If you've been in Taiwan for any length of time, you've probably seen the big foot signs. Those are jiao di an mo. So an, to press, is used in the term to massage. It all has to do with reflexology, the idea that pressing one part of your foot relates to some other part of your body through the qi, the energy lines. They would press a part and say, oh, if that hurts, there's something wrong with your heart. It's kind of disheartening. I have to look and see if there's any footage. See what I did there? And this is an amoi. Please, Angajan, press that like button. You like cool cars. Angajan. I went into the Christian hospital to use the restroom. And I was thinking, oh, 这里好暗哦. They didn't have a lot of lights on, but also I'm wearing sunglasses and I came in from the sun. So anyway, the next character to learn is the character for dark, an. And that looks nothing like it. First of all, this r would have to be raised a little bit, and from the green part up would also be elevated. That was really stupid, but the more creative and wacky that you could make something as a memory aid, the better. 2 suns here for the character dark, which really doesn't make sense. But if you consider that the right side, zhi, above it, there is a li, which means to stand. So if you think of standing in front of the sun, you would block the sun, thus it would be dark. That makes sense? No, there's still another sun on the left, you might say. The whole right side of the character an is yin, as in shengyin or sound. Sun, sound, still doesn't make any sense. Here's another example of switching characters around. Hei an means dark, and an hei means pitch black. If you teach ESL and you come across the word dark, it's really fun to just turn the lights off during class. Kids will squeal and laugh. They're not scared. You just keep the light off for like 5 seconds and turn it back on again. They love it. My video just needs some color after that dark section. I never noticed this map here at Changhua Elementary School. There must have been old gates to the city here. North, south. Taiwan would be that way. Zhongzheng Road. There's Bagua Mountain. Bagua Shan. With the old style character of Shan. That's pretty cool too. Heping Lu. We were just talking about that in my last video with my wife explaining the 8 virtues. And we're gonna have off for Heping Jinian Zhi, which is Peace Remembrance Day. Dongmenjie. I also wonder if there was a wall with a gate here. I'm just fascinated with this map. That's the Confucian Temple. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's what we're looking for. And this is also a temple built in 1817. I've run over that map hundreds of times. I guess when you get older, you just like slow down and start to observe stuff. And learning more and more Chinese, I'll take more time to figure out, what does this say? What does that say? I wonder what kind of target practice they're having here. It doesn't look like they're using like sharp arrows for archery, because it would pierce that target. Is she looking in the telescope or inspecting that guy's... Somebody really likes pandas. Every scene on this wall. Old money mansion right there. Next to this traditional home. Back in the day, these two would also have been considered mansions. It's a bowling ball. This is perfect for a semi-tropical island. Make you feel cold. I just saw a new exercise. There's a park right over there, and a guy was he's probably in his 60s. He had his leg up doing like the splits, and then he was taking his hand and just pounding his groin. Not his actual package, but the groin muscle that's stretched. I'm sure he knew what he was doing. I mean, this place has a fabulous history of martial arts, and people in their 80s are quite limber. If you look in the parks, I've seen a man up at the stadium and he could put his leg like straight up in the air, and he must be in his 80s. Look at this. Are they from some kind of temple or something? The focus is supposed to be on Chinese characters, but I just get so distracted on my walks. This looks like nice housing over here. A decent location. I mean, you got the stadium up there and all the stuff you can do on Bagua, and then the city is just that way. This is massive. And there are actually sidewalks. Does not look like the Buddha. It's not a bad rendering, but that reminds me of Rainbow Village. I gotta get myself over there in Taiwan. Haven't done so yet in all these years, but I keep hearing about it. This is one of our karaoke books. It's full of songs. The Taiyu Ge in pink. So all of these are Taiwanese songs. By comparison, the blue are Mandarin. Japanese, because there's a lot of Japanese speakers still in Taiwan, in their 80s by now. This purple section is, I think, Hakka. Pretty many songs. 4 sides of pages of English. So when my family used to do the karaoke, I could sing at least a couple songs. I will lay me down. They have the theme to Hawaii Five-0. A lot of Beatles songs too. Tears in Heaven. If you have an, as in safety, and then below it you have a cross and like 2 slashes, you make an, which is 4th tone. It means a case or a file. When you have a business that has to go through a government check, such as a cram school like ours, you will become 政府立案. 政府立案. Government approved. The last character for today, also 4th tone, is, of course, an. And this one means coast. So in the second video about characters that you will see when you first arrive in Taiwan, we went over the directions, north, south, east, west. 东岸 is east coast. 西岸 is west coast. 我在美国的东岸长大了，靠近纽约。If this is morning for you, 早安. And if it's night for you, 晚安.